see my little hoop. I got my little hoop going. Yeah, what's going on though? Top of the morning. BigTruDat. Labeling a podcast. Lot going on. You know, we still keeping that shit Memphis time right now. Condolences to the family. Oh, let me hook my mic up. 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 Mic hooked up. But condolences, man. Once again, look at my hoop. I got my little hoop. My little hoop came in. Hey y'all. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. What it do? Hey, I got this shit out Temu. I said I was gonna start doing my little Temu reviews and reveals and shit like that. I actually like Temu. So ain't no sense in me lying. I remember a couple years ago, you tough ass niggas was all on Fashion Nova, getting Fashion Nova deals and Shein. Man, I'm on Temu. Man, fuck that. I'm on Temu. The hat, I got the hat from Temu. I got the gold from Temu. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I got the gold from Temu. You know what I'm saying? I did. I got the gold from Temu. So, I got a couple more things from Temu too, though. Yeah. So, Elwood, what it do? I'm fucking with Temu, though. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I fuck with Temu. Temu fuck with me. So, just want y'all to know that I'm finna start doing some of this nice shit I get out Temu. I'm gonna start doing me some Temu reviews, man. Maybe I can get me some product placement going on around this bitch. But Tyre Nichols, we back with it, man. It's a lot actually though. I remember last year. You know, we got a black mayor in Memphis. Shout out to the mayor. I don't know too much about him. But I remember last year when I first started doing the podcast. And I remember bro was like, the mayor was like he was finna speak to the gang leaders and, you know what I'm saying, try to go ahead combat some of this crime that we got in the city. You know, and I'm like, who he speaking to? I always wanted to know that. You know, who he speaking to? What hood is he going into? Because I would like to speak to the mayor, like on some real shit. And I went on my little where I was calling the mayor office and like I'm actually in line, you know what I'm saying, like on some real shit. Like I could get around the mayor right about now. I done seen the mayor recently, you know, so just something to throw out there is like it seemed like the city is you know, kind of falling back from the mayor a little bit. And I want to know, you know, especially from the Memphian standpoint, like what is it? I'm really not don't know too much about the mayor. You know what I'm saying? I just know I was on his heels a little bit when I was trying to interview him, but once the interview didn't come about, I kind of just stopped doing my research on him and you know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. So right now we just finna get into we got Tyre Nichols' family doing a press conference. And after we do the press conference, we're gonna jump to some more shit and you know, yeah, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Tap it. Here we go though. Tyre Nichols' family. Oh, okay. This the dead remote controller.
Forget outdoor cleaners. No scrubbing, no rinsing.
Appreciate you tuning in, folks. Make sure y'all go subscribe to the Elwood page, man. Go subscribe to my moderator YouTube page, man. I know for sure, man. If ain't nobody else up this time of night, man, folk up early in the morning. Me and folk up.
We understand that Tyre Nichols' family has arrived there. Let's take a look.
Tyre Nichols' family.
Hey, maker to Tyre Nichols. Yesterday, to Darius Bean, Justice Smith, and Demetrius Haley gave another kick, a deadly kick, to Tyre Nichols and his family. But we stand with this family to lift this family up in prayer.
My vampire, exactly, vamp life.
On the God of justice. To deliver real justice for Tyre Nichols. But we were not under any illusion yesterday or last week in trial with an all-white jury.
All-white jury.
From Hamilton County.
You know, we talked about that shit.
We were not under any...
Dude, that. What about that, man? Just being real. What about that, you know, makes sense? All-white jury. You know, Nashville closer to Memphis. I guess they say we're gonna go to Chattanooga because they can consider Chattanooga Middle Tennessee. But really, it's getting into the East Tennessee type of. I don't know if you consider Chattanooga Middle or East Tennessee. I remember when I was in prison, we used to argue with the Chattanooga niggas and shit like that. I guess Chattanooga is Middle Tennessee. But it looked like it's East Tennessee, but it's really Middle Tennessee. Y'all jump in the comments and let me know what y'all think Chattanooga is East or Middle Tennessee.
It just wasn't any white jury from Hamilton County. It was the most racist and the most redneck jury that they could have ever found.
Ruby Falls.
To preside over this case today was the result. Today was the result of an America that has not changed. And it seems like we're living in a world, we're living in America that's not going to change.
Right.
We had a few
What the fuck going on with my internet?
We had a few fake tears. We had a few folks in the city of Memphis.
Yes.
That represent the city of Memphis.
Yes.
Like Mayor Paul Young. Oh, you not getting off the hook today, sir.
See, that's what I wanted to ask. It's like, I didn't hear this part.
Today, sir. Yes. We came to call you out today.
Yes.
Maybe it ain't mine, and maybe it's. Man, what the fuck? I hate this bullshit. Hold on. Damn, man. Bullshit, y'all. Whole time be saying like my shit be. Compromise. None of shit just don't even want to work no more, man. It's crazy. Let me break out the laptop, man. Let me see if that's the issue. Why the TV bullshit, y'all? I said the internet media. Hold on, y'all. Bear with me, peeps. There you go. Can't be me. Oh, no. Something went wrong. Error code. Let's see if this gonna do it.
Stop dreaming,
Okay,
start
then.
looking.
Okay,
Your
then.
next trip is just a deal away on Priceline. Priceline.
When you break it down,
Yeah, that's what I had to do.
efficient because it's fun and it fuels you and you love it.
He's a smart guy. Smart guy.
It is what it is.
Smart guy.
The prosecution, they did their job.
Yeah, it's raining too, though. That's what it is.
But when you still living in America,
Everybody was in blue.
that they don't see black people. They see police.
That's
and
what
they
I
see
said.
blue.
Right.
And yesterday was a result.
The people in Chattanooga, all they seen was Tyre Nichols running from the police. That's it. A criminal. Why did you run? Not all of the other shit. I wonder, but you know what? You have to go back to what's that movie? With Matthew, with Samuel L. Jackson and A Time to Kill, and he drew this story for everybody, and imagine if they were white. He drew the story about little Tanya, and then he flipped the script at the end. This is the same scenario.
Of an America that has not changed. And it seems like we're living in a world, we're living in America that's not going to change.
I took a nap so fucking good. I took like a 5-hour nap. Woke up about 2 something
Yesterday,
morning. Man.
The whole world cried out for Tyre Nichols.
Justice for Tyre though, man. Real
For
shit.
Tyre Nichols' insincerity.
Condolences to the family, man.
But we had a few folks who had some crocodile tears.
We finna listen to the mama and the daddy speak,
We
man.
had a few folks who had a few fake tears. We had a few folks in the city of Memphis.
Yes.
They represent the city of Memphis.
Yes.
Like Mayor Paul Young.
Okay.
Oh, you're not getting off the hook today, sir.
Yes.
You're not getting off the hook today, sir.
Yes.
We came to call you out today.
Yes.
We came to call out Chief of Police, C.J. Davis. You're not getting off the hook today.
Yes. You need to be fired. Fire CJ.
If you're real and you love Tyre, you don't need no goddamn prompter. You don't need no script and go on social media and talk about your care and concern for Tyre Nichols and these citizens. Mayor Young, if you love Tyre Nichols, you would have gotten rid of C.J. Davis. It's her unit. She brought from Atlanta and created the Scorpion unit right here in Memphis.
I remember that shit. You know, there was a lot of stuff about that lady a long time ago when this shit happened, though. It kind of done just been swept under the rug. So she from Atlanta.
It is her that produced that.
Yes. And fail the train. My Lord.
So we don't need no crocodile tears from leadership. We need real change, real love, real support in the city of Memphis. This city is hurting.
This city fucked up, though, y'all. I'm right here. This city fucked up, and this really what this live gonna be about, man. You know, the city hurting.
It's not hurting from the lack of DEI. It ain't hurting from that.
We're gonna go to
What
another
this city
case
is
as
hurting
well.
is from the lack of love. But what is love? We need love in leadership, not political BS. So, as Attorney Crump
They
said,
dropped the ball though, man.
to the
I ain't gonna
city of
lie.
Memphis,
City dropped the
no
ball
matter what you
yesterday
do,
with this. It make everybody look. You know what
you
I'm saying?
cannot wash the blood of Tyre Nichols off your hands.
Yeah, they dropped the ball with it a little
The
bit,
blood
man.
of Tyre Nichols is on this city. Mayor Young inherited the blood of Tyre Nichols. You gotta ask yourself, what are you gonna do? Because the ball is in your court now to deliver a measure of justice for the family of Tyre Nichols.
This the type of
You know,
this.
this judge,
I'm gonna be honest. Under this pretense,
in my
man,
humble opinion, he should.
this the type of case that can divide the city. You know, we already got tough times in this motherfucker. So when we seeing injustice like this, and you know, you got a people, this hard-working city, you got people calling for answers, and you know, we ain't just never really had no shit going on in the city like this. I don't remember, as I can remember, where it's blatant. Everything I'm saying is for entertainment purpose, allegedly, but you know, you can tell an ass whooping what an ass whooping is. There's just ain't no other way to put it. That's why his mama called it like this. They whoop my son ass. So when you look at it from that standpoint, and then you put a value on human life that, hey, should this man have lost his life due to his actions? Did his actions cause for him to lose his life? You know, because a lot of times our actions can cause us to, you know what I'm saying? We can trick ourselves out of our life. So did his actions warrant all of this shit? I said it from the jump, man. Everybody was mad. Mad, they were out of breath. They had to chase them. Mad, they sprayed themselves and sprayed others. You know what I'm saying? So it was a bunch of emotions running hot, running wild, if you ask me.
They never permitted the defense to bring in certain things that.
And I got to be up
Nichols'
at
fault.
9 o'clock for work.
It was absolutely
But
irrelevant.
I'm up, man. You know, I'm up. Irrelevant to the case. Huh?
But it's okay. Because Ms. Rovan and Pop, we went to get the car from the city pound, Tyre Nichols' car, and we looked in his car. I looked at his car, and the first thing I looked in his rearview mirror. And he had an emblem on the rearview mirror that said, Black Lives Matter. Tyre loved his own black life. Yes, sir. Tyre Nichols was a humanitarian. Tyre Nichols was a man who loved humanity. We witnessed a jury that had no love for Tyre Nichols' black life. They actually didn't give a damn about Tyre Nichols' black life.
That's what it seemed like, though.
But we give a damn about Tyre Nichols' black life. We love Tyre Nichols.
That's what it seemed like, though.
And not only do we love Tyre Nichols, God loves Tyre Nichols. And for the life of me, God did not allow Tyre Nichols to be beaten to death by these black officers, these 5 black officers. His life is not in vain. And it's interesting that I
really do think this could be one of them situations in the city that disconnect
Tyre Nichols' black life didn't matter to them.
The people and law enforcement even more though, man.
Tadarius Bean, Justin Smith, Demetrius Haley.
And it all stems from that $550 million lawsuit as well.
Justice don't sleep.
We can't let you win both ways.
You have not escaped justice. The Honorable Elijah Muhammad said that justice will lie down with you. Justice will get your babies. You all have not gave any remorse to that brutal beating that you gave to Tyre Nichols.
Facts.
You haven't given any remorse to this family.
That one with the fro, he had a smile on his face. I mean, I understand you're supposed to be happy once you, so I can't knock that, but
for that brutal beating that you put on Tyre Nichols,
it definitely was no remorse.
Tadarius Bean, Justin Smith, Demetrius Haley, until you atone to God for that brutal beating that you gave Tyre Nichols and took his life, until you atone to this woman for taking the life of her son, who screamed when he was 200 feet from his front door. He cried out 3 times to his mama. Until you atone to that woman, you will have no justice. No justice. No justice.
No peace. No justice. No peace.
Right now,
hey, this is really a moment in the city, though.
The of God is over them.
I really feel like this is one of them moments in the city, though. Like in history, just being honest, not just the city. This might be one of those moments in history, man. Ain't no way I gotta wait 90 minutes.
Thanks, MG. Honey, right? Love those quick packing heels.
They're making me wait 90 seconds, y'all.
What the really honor?
Can you tell me about this woman, me and the button?
She got stabbed and stuffed in the car, I guess.
Only when we submit to the will of God do we serve him. Hector, not in the sacristy.
They want y'all to go see this one.
French. They are not happy.
Who's not happy? Apparently you. I haven't seen you in a minute.
Me and your button. Are you aware of any trouble she was in?
Will she owe you money?
She was afraid of something the cops would know.
Damn, Marcia gonna make all the viewers leave.
That was from her church in town. She never wore that in the house. You don't need her.
Man, I can't skip this shit for nothing.
Why is a private investigator looking into a traffic fatality?
What can you tell me about?
Do you drink?
Heavily, it's a point of pride.
Man, y'all make sure y'all go see this movie, cause they won't let me skip this shit.
Tuesday.
Judy, submission. There is no higher service.
I might be fat, actually. Shit, how long?
And I feel it.
You see a need, you exploit it.
Well, bullshit. I might have to go see it.
Can you help me? Yeah.
I might have to check this shit out myself, actually.
You're fascinating.
And you haven't even seen the riddle tattooed on my ass.
Yeah, y'all make sure I go see Honey Don't, man. I like this. My bad. My bad. I'm sitting here talking shit about it, and the clip was fire. Okay, we going back into the Tyre Nichols family.
They may have gotten off by an all-white jury.
I'm gonna be checking for
But there's
Honey
a
Don't,
whole
though.
God
I'm going to see Honey Don't August the 22nd.
for this family. In the city of Memphis, be careful
Be careful.
how you handle this family. Because you're responsible for what happened to Tyre Nichols. You're responsible. The blood is on your hands and you cannot wash it off. You're very responsible. And if you do not do right by this family, you watch the God of justice intervene in the affairs of this family. The tornadoes will come right over this city. They'll come right over this city. Memphis sits on the new magic fault, and it'll shake the hell out of this city. And you think you got to pay Tyre and his family. You'll be paying for a whole new downtown because the God of justice is angry at Memphis, Tennessee. And Paul Young, you are the son of a preacher. I'm the grandson of a preacher. Do the right thing by God's people. Thank you. I want to bring.
So I don't know if they calling out the mayor. Well, they calling him to step up.
She's no stranger to Memphis.
Okay, they calling him to step up.
She's mama to Memphis. And she has been working tireless with the family of Tyre Nichols. And what better person that we can have on the legal team and a support to this family than our retired judge, Judge Ernestine Dorsey.
This location is symbolic. This location is symbolic. Around that corner is symbolic. Claiborne Temple.
Hey, look. Hold on. Look. Check this out. I was at the Lorraine Motel probably about a week ago, right? So I'm just cool and I'm sitting out there just joking, fucking off and shit. And hold on, let me put the camera on myself real quick. Hold on. These folks funny as hell. So 2 young niggas come up to me. Excuse me, sir. They got the sign and everything. I ain't even got no motherfucking sign. Excuse me, sir. Would you like to donate for our football team? I'm talking about lips blacker than mine. Look like they work on cars. I said, I couldn't do nothing but bust out laughing. I said, bro, who you play football for? Go to the shit in your phone. I ain't gonna lie, sir. We just play football real well. We really don't be on no social media. I said, but you talking about you know. I said, listen, bro. Right game, wrong man. Man, cut that bullshit out, bro. You don't play football for no better. You need to come with a better hustle. He did like, so what I need to do? Not this. Talking about you play football, you ain't got no footage, you ain't got here with no, you out here at 9 o'clock. Somebody donate for you trying to get a gram. Man, they bullshit in the city. I said, where you from? I'm from right up the street. Exactly. Donate to no motherfucker about playing on football. Nigga out here 26, talking about his youth football team.
Paying forward for justice. Paying it in advance. We'd already had a leader to die right here on this floor. But we obviously haven't paid enough.
Yeah, Memphis been fucked up since then, man. You know, we had Dr. King down here, man. We been, she cursed.
I'm waiting on somebody because I am trying hard not to lean to my own understanding. I am praying that it is not to my own understanding that will become a resolution to this issue. If any of you all have a true answer to what is going on, what has happened, and who has an understanding of the issues before us. And the issues are not just before Ms. Ravon and family. It is truly
for the city.
The issues for this city.
For the city.
How do you allow
it's a big issue.
Your city and you to be kind of just put to the side and dismissed. We can't find 12
Slap,
or 16 people
slap in the face.
in Shelby County. Within Shelby County.
They said,
that can
oh yeah. It was said that the reason that the jurors weren't picked from Memphis is because they wasn't competent enough. You know what I'm saying? They didn't feel like they could find some people that could make a educated, really think about it and, try to separate this from that. So they went outside the city and found 12 white motherfuckers and, they ain't even stop in Nashville or Jackson.
Read what's on the screen. Read what's in the hearts and minds of those guys since they were talking about mens rea. Now, y'all look at mens rea because theirs had nothing to do with this. But I want you to see what it is that we did to allow the government to say that you cannot make decisions for yourself here in Shelby County.
Right.
Because I'm personally tired of all my life white people telling me and making decisions for me. I'm 73 years old, and I keep saying I can make my own decisions. And I know right from wrong. I have a moral compass, and I have good sense. But they have told and dismissed every one of you.
Plantation politics.
To say that there is not
Plantation politics.
16 people in this county that could put aside anything and look at things as they are and give a true and real decision. And because you have to do that every day of your life. You have to make choices.
Gotta make right or wrong choices every day.
Young man that said, well, when I go to jail,
they really play it on our top, though.
Can I choose where I want my jury to come from? Now, why is it that they can have their choice?
Memphis people should have judged this Memphis case.
On any of it. But I dare you to ask for it the next time you got one at trial and tell them you don't believe that there's a person here in this county good enough or fair enough to give you justice. So we have to look at this big picture because it is truly on the citizens of Memphis.
We do. Well, I say this shit big, man.
To us here in Shelby County.
This shit big.
Yesterday.
And this shit gonna really...
I don't know if I should give my theory of it. And I might get in trouble. But just let's say...
Drop this, drop it.
Let's just say,
I ain't heard it.
Let's just say...
Give your theory.
That there was a guilty verdict.
Right.
That same jury came back with a guilty verdict of 5 black officers, or 3 black officers, and a black man.
You gonna tell it.
That would be the new bar and standard across these United States of America. So when it comes that there's a white officer somewhere beating and killing a black man, and he walks away. Now, how is it that you can find that he walks away and them 5 black guys down there in Memphis, the kid's black man, couldn't walk away because we found them guilty. So what's the new bar? The new bar is we just have to require righteous truth and have the courage to say that we're going to require this of each and every one of you that's in charge of our lives, our children. I am still trying to explain this to my grandson who's 12 or 13 years old. I've asked every person that I have in high regard, what can I tell them? I want you to give us an answer. I want you to find those answers when these young people think that they have no hope. If you have no hope and no faith in anything, we will be in such despair as a people and as individuals.
You know what? This actually gonna go into. I'm glad I brought this up though, and then I'm gonna talk about Memphis and Switches.
Fundamental fairness, just basic.
Like this
fairness.
actually go into what she's talking about.
We can see that there was a murder, but it was determined that nobody was in charge and responsible for that murder. So therefore, it couldn't have happened. So therefore, our lying eyes Just didn't see nothing.
Right. That's what we
Didn't see
that's the part about this shit that just
so
is like crazy chat. Like, damn, we got eyes. We saw it. Once again, I ask y'all, did Tyre Nichols' actions require him to end up unalive? I don't think so.
let's just show up and tell them to tell the truth. And I had to tell Ms. Ravon that God has a plan. We're not quite sure of the plan. We were disappointed. She may not have been, and I know that she was, but I was very disappointed in the results even from the federal trial. I was
What's going on?
in this jury. I was disappointed in so many things, but the only thing that I said, God was saying, I'm preparing you for this crap that's just getting ready to happen to you. I've given you this verdict. It might not have been the one that you wanted. I gave you two people that decided they're going to accept responsibilities for their actions.
We back on Tyre Nichols right now.
Offers same-day appointments.
You know, the family speaking.
Get in today.
And you know, they bringing up just city officials not saying they don't no corruption, but just want them to step up. You know, they really want the police chief fired, and you know, that's where we at with it. Then once we leave here, we gonna go. I'm really waiting on, I thought this was the mama and the dad is speaking, but this is the full interview and everybody's speaking, so I haven't watched this.
But if he hadn't done that, where would we and this city be at this very moment if we did not have something else that has sustained us? We didn't have.
Make sure y'all drinking y'all water now. Get that water, get some H2O in.
So we can get beyond this point. I don't know what's beyond this point, but there has to be something beyond this point. And let us not lean to our own understanding, because that is not a safe thing if I lean to my own understanding. And we have to trust that there's a reason. And one young lady said that this might be Tyre's legacy, that his death would be the beginning
of change.
Police reform in these United States. Let's force that to be the payment. Let's force that to be what he paid for. That we will have police reform that makes sense and treat people with dignity and respect. And then you need to train them. And I just can't see that you got five people 35 years old running amok within this community, and you got one person training and supervising 8 people of that age. They ain't had enough life to know enough. And so I say training or the lack thereof, but it certainly was not a mission to do anything right and just. The death of Tyre will have.
We got eyes, man.
Beyond our means and abilities to think. It may not be today, but it's gonna be there. Trust God. Trust yourself. Develop a moral compass and stop being chicken. When there is something wrong, be courageous. You got a backbone. You have a backbone. I'm from Orange Mound, Tennessee, and I always said that I got it back.
Orange Mound, Tennessee. Them folks be proud from the Mound, right? She from Orange Mound, Tennessee.
Well, are they gonna whoop my butt? But you need to stand and say what's right. But get courage, get a backbone in every one of you. Standing up, you got a spine. And I need you to be courageous for your own survival, for your children's survival. I want you to be able to answer the questions. What happened yesterday? What did they see? What did they not see? And why is it that we may always have to walk in fear? We may be Tyre Nichols. We may be the Rovon Wells of this country, and we don't want that for any mother, any family. So it's up to you. Just deal with reality and protect yourself, but protect the community. And hit record. And hit record. To God be the glory for the things he's done gonna allow me to lean not to my own understanding. Yes, God bless you.
Thank you, Judge.
Hit record. People in the chat hit their like button. They say hit record. My boy Elvis saying hit the like button. I had to learn that may not weigh in your favor, judicial system. Oh yeah.
Man, we wouldn't even be standing right here. We wouldn't even know Tyre Nichols' name. We wouldn't even be able to say Tyre Nichols' name if it was not for these amazing activists right here in the city of Memphis. The only reason we're standing right here, and I'll make it clear, the only reason that we're standing right here in honor of Tyre Nichols.
That's the reason that civil lawsuit is really the reason they lost this case, in my
Who
opinion.
answered the call?
All of the money,
Rodney Wells and Miss Rovon Wells.
all of the money that they was
And with that being
asking
said,
for.
you need to know the names of these activists. Our brother, I don't know if he's here, but Cassio. Man, he know how to shake them down. Man, he know how to shake them down. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for Frank Gotti.
Yeah, they in front of you, Ryan.
I don't know what Frank at, but they say he's here. But we wouldn't be here if it weren't for Frank Gotti. And we absolutely wouldn't be here if it weren't for Hunter Dempster. You know, I got a nickname for Hunter Dempster. I call him HD. Because, you know,
If
he's
you ever
seen
in Memphis,
this
you
police
know,
injustice in high
the
definition.
Lorraine Motel still one of the monuments where
He
you can
know how
go
to call
check
them out.
out. Get you
But we
some
thank you.
history, get you some good pictures, good
For all the
vibe.
work that you continue to do. Frank,
It is in South Memphis
Cassio.
now. It is South Memphis. It is right up the street.
Whenever there's a war, there's always warrior women.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, right up the street. I told you I just ran into him.
Table flip.
And one of our warrior
They could have
women,
been out there robbing, but they was talking about
Paula,
donate to their football team.
AKA Little Dreadhead, always with that bullhorn giving you hell.
Let me get to the mama now. Let me see what the mama is. Ah, see, this some different shit. Hold on. Plenty of people spoke. I made his child fathers. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't bring him back. I pray his time. Yeah, wow.
It was definitely not what we expected. It was definitely not what was shown on that
He said,
video.
"Father, like he
It was definitely not what the prosecutors presented to the jury.
Tyre Nichols' father and mother speaking out. It comes a day after 3 former Memphis police officers were found not guilty on all charges against them in a state trial.
Let's get straight out to WRG's Brian Ditlake, who was at a big
Hey, I'm
rally
supposed
for
to be
Nichols' family
interviewing,
today
bro, right here
at the
too,
National
y'all.
Civil Rights Museum. Brian?
He always be on the scenes of the he the anchor for
Stephanie, Greg, emotions were heavy throughout
murders
this
and
entire
gunshots and shit like that,
gathering.
gun
Many
shootings.
questioning the East
supposed
Tennessee-based
to be
jury,
setting up a
while
little
others
interview.
calling out city leaders, denouncing the verdict and saying the city's bloodstained hands won't be forgotten.
Yesterday was a devastating blow
what's the mood of
to
the
our
city.
family.
Rain falling.
Man, being honest, It's fucked up right now. That see, when I get to talking about these Memphis and Switches, it's fucked up. You know, like just on all counts, bro. If you want to be real, it's so much going on in Memphis right now, bro. Like, man, it fucked up, bro. It fucked up. Like, this is on the add to it, you know. Like, I'm looking at the Tyre Nichols shit because I'm older. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking at that too, and I'm looking at it on the larger scale of things. But then in the street level though, like it's so much going on to where like all this shit tie into it, bro. It's a lot going on. I was saying that too though, like I'm not advocating for no ride at all, but I can see this being one of them times where you never know. You know, you never know. We definitely don't need no ride. This ain't no city where we need no ride at all. Hell no.
Like tears from Tyre Nichols' mother, Rovon Wells, speaking from a broken heart. 3 of the former Memphis police officers charged in the death of her son, found not guilty in a state trial on all 21 counts. All 5 officers were found guilty on federal charges and will soon face sentencing.
Everybody keeps talking about the federal charges, but the federal charges don't count. The murder charges are what mattered, and those white people failed us. They failed this entire city.
Demonstrators and family both questioning the Hamilton County-based jury.
What they saw was a black man running from the police. They didn't care that my son was afraid for his life.
How you go to Chattanooga and still find 14 white people?
Reaction poured in from state and city officials after the verdict.
My prayers are with the Nichols family.
But the video statement by Mayor Paul Young and Memphis Police CJ Davis rang hollow with this group.
Mayor Young, if you love Tyre Nichols, you would have gotten rid of CJ Davis. It's her unit that she brought from Atlanta and created the Scorpion Union.
I ain't seen the interview with the mayor.
Protesters then taking to the streets, down Main, then down Bill.
We're tired of black people dying and getting away with it by the hands of the police.
But as Tyre Nichols' name continues to echo through the streets he used to call home, his family says this will not be the last time the public hears from them.
The only thing that I'm concerned about is justice for my son.
Tyre Nichols. Okay, here we go.
Nearly home. Just need more space. I feel like I'm suffocating. Oh no. Is this the episode?
I ain't gonna lie, like I said, it's definitely it's people just people trying to survive, man.
I don't know.
Well, yesterday, the world started burning.
Memphis like, oh nah. I was ready to hit those stores up.
It was definitely not what we
Hey, don't get on this podcast and get in the comment and tell me you finna indulge in the bullshit, man. You never know who watching in the chats. You see what I'm saying? This shit getting political now.
I couldn't speak to the
Nah, I'm
rest.
just bullshit.
I had too many emotions.
I'm just bullshit.
But today,
What to do though, crypto?
for my son to be brutally killed,
I appreciate y'all that went and fuck with Dr. Tamila interview. I gotta chop it up and put some scenes on that motherfucker too.
There you go.
They were here to serve and protect.
Work be consuming. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Crypto. I'm just fucking with you. Talk your shit.
When this church
I'm just
first
fucking with
started,
you.
my wife used to tell me, she said, right,
I'm just fucking with
don't be
you.
political.
but it might be some truth in there.
After yesterday,
shit, though.
I have to be political.
Go ahead, Pop. Go ahead, Pop.
You know, it's one name we have not heard today.
He just let you feel it.
His name is Donald Trump. Donald Trump has put a stain on this country.
On Trump, you know it's
He has
serious,
brought
man.
white supremacy to the forefront. You know, me and my family was going to move to Chattanooga and retire. That has been scratched off the table. We didn't even go visit Chattanooga. The hell with them. But the crazy thing about Chattanooga is...
I was gonna move to Chattanooga. Man, when you in prison, I ain't gonna lie, when you in prison and you finna get out and you be talking to motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? You might have, you know, connected with a female, stay over here, stay over. Man, you finna move everywhere. I finna move to Chattanooga, Knoxville, Kingsport, Johnson City, goddamn it, Mount Juliet. Man, I'm finna move all across Tennessee, goddamn it. I wind up in Memphis, man. Real shit. Back in the city.
How you go to Chattanooga?
But I was living in houses everywhere. Spots everywhere. Jobs everywhere. This is Baltimore. Police killed the guy named Freddie Gray. The city been in the uproar ever since, folks.
This has been a very long
journey nationwide. I remember Freddie Gray.
The judge said we would not have
Condolences to his family
in
too.
the federal charges, but at least we got something. So how the hell do we have a fucking trial?
Right. Listen to this part now. This makes sense.
One count.
27 charges. Not one count.
Not one count out of 21.
21. I stand corrected.
You cannot tell me.
It's rough though.
You cannot tell me.
What's going on? I know she up there living in broke ass umbrella.
With my son.
I know she hates
They did not stop those officers from throwing extra punches. They did not stop those officers from making extra kicks. You cannot tell me that they could not get charged with telling the paramedics when they arrived on the scene that my son was hit in the head with haymakers and kicked in the head and was not guilty for that charge. So of 21 charges, nothing they found guilty for. So, you know, God is open up.
Come on now. Keep on the God.
I come to speak.
Come on now.
But that's okay. That nothing but a little water.
Come on now.
I'm saying water ain't gonna hurt nobody. But I just want to say.
So once I show y'all the mama speak,
they are going to.
I'm gonna show y'all this next joint, and then we're gonna get into
so
a
we do have a little solace in our family for that reason, and that reason only right now, that they are going to jail. And so for their family to stand up there and hoop and holler and flaunt that in front of our face,
come on now.
They go get theirs too.
That's right.
I'm not going to speak on the mayor. I'm not going to speak on the police chief. I know you did, and they should be gone. But I'm not going to speak on it. I'm going to let other people do that. But my wife is telling me to get the hell off the stage.
I'm not going to speak on the mayor. I'm not going to speak on the police chief.
So she can get up here.
I'm gonna let other people do that. This Tyre Nichols, in Memphis. Q, thank you for chiming in. Hit that like button for me. But you know, the police jumped on them last year, and the trial just came through, and 3 of them was found not guilty on all charges. So the family holding a press conference outside of the Lorraine Motel in Memphis, and you know, we just chiming in on it.
But thank you guys for coming out. I love the activists. I love my legal team, and I love the prosecution team because they did a hell of a job.
Yes, they did.
Most definitely did.
Justice for Tyre.
I'm trying to see where the one that would have
Justice for Tyre.
Let me see what the police chief got to say.
Quality at unbeatable prices? Yes, chef.
Horse duvers.
It's
I don't know too much about the police chief.
At Harbor Freight, we're committed to ensuring our tools are expertly
like I'm
engineered
saying,
and
the
built to
older I
last.
get, I guess
We
I got to
rigorously
start
test and refine our
going back like
tools
my
until
granny
we're
used to.
absolutely
My
certain
granny used
they're
to watch
every
the
bit as
news
good as
every day.
other top name brands.
I don't even
Look
watch
no
the
further
news
than
no more
Harbor.
like I used to. There's so much going on that a motherfucker really gotta sit down and start back watching the news and just, you know, the local news, just really seeing what really I find out what's going on though. But it's just so much going on that you just, it's hard to keep up with all the bullshit going on in the city.
This morning, so the officers were charged yesterday. Why is the video being released tonight? Are you worried that it's coming out on a Friday night?
Well, there was much discussion about when an appropriate time for the video to be released, George, and not just the Memphis Police Department, but with city administration and other agencies in the area. We felt that Friday would be better. We're taking into consideration the reaction of the community that could potentially take place, and ensuring that our schools, you know, are out. Most business folks would be on the way home on tomorrow.
Did you give any consideration at all to
Or this evening, I'm sorry.
Right. Did you give any consideration at all to not releasing
This
the
is
video?
ABC News live on Good Morning America.
No, not at all. You know, as we continue to talk about transparency, and even though this is a very, very difficult video to watch, it was never a thought that we would not release this video. We wanted to make sure that it wasn't released too prematurely because we wanted to ensure that the DA's office, the TBI, and also the FBI had an opportunity to cross some of the hurdles that they had to in their investigation. And we're sort of at a point now that the DA has made his statements in reference to charges of these officers that this is a safe time for us to release the video.
It's difficult to watch the reaction when you first saw the video.
36 years, George, I would have to say I don't think I've ever been more horrified and disgusted, sad, but just, you know, and to some degree confused.
Confused?
Yes.
Why?
You know, when I say confused, just in the level of aggression and response to what had occurred in this traffic stop, and it's still very unclear, you know, as to the real reason for the stop in the first place.
I guess part of your confusion must be rooted in the fact that your department did enact new policies.
Right, the real reason for the stop.
Murders. What went wrong here?
Well, I think that there were several gaps that took place, and I'm just going to be honest. Anytime we have officers that are working in various types of units, and our police department, along with departments around the country, have specialized units, it's just important to make sure that there are supervisors that are where they're supposed to be during these types of operations. And, you know, individuals that are the right people that are in place that will act appropriately.
So it sounds like she
when these
calling them
types
out.
of incidents occur. I believe there was a sense of groupthink in the mentality of what was happening.
Like she blaming
and it's just very unfortunate that nobody stepped forward to say enough.
You think it's possible that the initial stopping of the car was improper?
As far as I know today, I do believe that the stop itself was very questionable. We have been unable to verify the reckless driving allegation. There have been many searches of video footage, along the corridors of the streets that this stop supposedly occurred, or that the witnessing of reckless driving occurred. We haven't been able to substantiate in any type of video that there was a reckless driving type of action that prompted this stop.
Did any of the police officers involved have prior criminal records?
No.
You're certain of that?
Y'all saw this before?
As far as I know, they did not. These officers were hired from 3 to 6 years is what their tenure was. But I'm not certain that there were any criminal charges on them. But I don't want to say for sure. But as far as I know, they didn't.
How's your department going to rebuild trust with the community in the wake of this?
This is going to be very difficult, for the police department. I've always been a supporter of police reform and the tenets of 21st century policing. And as we continue to try to build trust with our community, this is a very, very heavy cross to bear, not just for our department, but for departments around the country. Building trust is a day-by-day interaction between every traffic stop, every encounter with the community. We all have to be responsible for that now, and it's going to be difficult in the days to come.
Chief Davis, thanks for your time this morning.
Damn.
Thank you.
They got shit like this on the internet, and them folks still. I ain't even pay attention. This shit's like from 2 years ago.
Memphis, please.
One folk got shit.
All right, as we.
Man, they got shit like this on the internet. She blaming them folks, and they still went. Wow.
Just bringing Memphis.
Hey, man.
Just bringing Memphis. Chief Davis, thank you for joining us this morning. So the officers were charged yesterday. Why is the video being released tonight? Are you worried that it's coming out on a Friday night?
So I'm saying I got selective hearing, man. I just realized
there was much discussion about when an appropriate time for the video.
Man, that's tough there. That's hard, Peter. They're drinking there.
Trying to have a real conversation.
Kenyon Martin and Nick Young almost throw hands on Gil's ring. Let me see. Let's check this out real quick. Hold on.
Trying to have a real conversation. I don't have it, nigga. I don't have it. Shut up. I didn't say nothing. Don't tell me. Child. You're a fucking child. Shut up sometimes.
Okay, so Richard, you had some battle with the Spurs in your times in the league with Pop Squad. What's Pop's legacy during his time as Spurs head coach?
All right, he's besides the basketball, he's just a great person, right? Got to be around him a little bit during USA basketball, and just his energy and his wit, his enthusiasm for.
I'm finna get back to our
creating.
I just read the title. I just want to see what they talking about.
You can't say you want to make.
Okay, there we go, right there.
I'm trying not to tell Nick shut the fuck up.
Let me see what that. Let me hold on.
Second round picks and less talent than a lot of teams had. That speaks to his genius and his way to get guys to buy into what he's preaching. And I saw something in his tenure as head coach. There's been over 300 other head coaches in the NBA.
Yeah.
That's remarkable in itself, man. So,
It's the ball, man.
I'm trying not to tell Nick shut the fuck up while I'm talking.
We were talking about Greg Popovich, his legacy.
Like, just fucking rude. Just nobody give a fuck about your phone. Niggas over here talking about something important. Yeah, you're about the wrong fucking thing, nigga.
Man, you want to talk like you on the poetry.
Yeah, we talking about this man's legacy. We're talking about this man's legacy over here. You fucking being disrespectful, nigga.
This is Gills Arena presented by
We're the same age, so
right? Yeah, he can't say you want to make a joke. Ain't shit funny right now, nigga.
Keep talking about Pop.
Ain't shit funny. Pop. Nigga.
Shit.
Everything ain't nobody want to see that dumbass shit you showing, nigga.
Don't be scared to look at me.
I'm
over here.
Yeah, you dumbass trying to conduct the motherfucking show and you over just constantly. Shut the fuck up.
I don't have to shut up.
What niggas talking you do?
I didn't say nothing. He said something.
Shut the fuck up.
I don't have to shut up.
You the one niggas get hit. Ain't nobody here.
Shut up. Now I'm never gonna shut up. I'm never gonna shut up.
Sorry, Pop. You can Pop a smoke with.
For the basketball guys.
Give me a little smoke for Pop.
Hey.
Pop with the best.
Man, for no reason.
Nigga, we're trying to have a real conversation. Nigga,
I don't have to shut up. I didn't say nothing. Don't tell me to shut up.
You're a fucking child. Shut up sometimes.
Like we're
nigga, shut up.
We're showing love to Greg Popovich.
Fucking shut up.
At the end of the show, we don't go love. We're trying to show love. Show love to Greg Popovich.
Talking to you, directly to you.
Not talking to me like that.
Talking to you, nigga.
All right.
You ain't gonna talk to you, nigga.
And I'm gonna keep talking.
You gotta look at him though, nigga. You gotta look at him. You gotta say, you gotta look at him. You look at him.
Well, this is another episode of Gills represented by Underdog Football.
You gotta look at him, man. Look at him, man. Just look at him a little bit. Fuck that. Look at him. You almost meant it. Yeah, you almost meant it. Now, it was an episode, I saw something on the news, real shit, where this lady was basically just talking about the switches, how the switches done got out of control, and you know how they so easily made in Memphis. I mean, how they so easily made, but of course, we was in Memphis with it. So, where y'all from? How like who do you like in Memphis when it comes to the gun law? Who is it that you know who responsible for the gun law in Memphis? The lawmakers, like who passed the bill for the gun laws? And then when it comes to like, they said they trying to, let me see, can I find it? Federally, they going back in and trying to do something with the switches, enhance the switch charges in Memphis. Let me see. I'm finna read. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Where y'all from on here tonight? Let me ask y'all that. Where y'all from this morning? Where y'all from? For the most part. I know you from Baltimore. So how bad is the switch game in Baltimore? Let me start out by asking it. How bad is the switch game in Baltimore? And how has that like kills? How has that like played into the governor should have vetoed that bill? Facts, Republicans. How has that played into your psyche? Like, man, these niggas out here with switches, they got bullets that, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit, man. let me see the word for it. It play on your conscience. Bolivar, same as Memphis, just smaller. Bolivar. Man, shout out to Bolivar. I've been through that before. I told the story in Bolivar. If you know, you know. Shout out to my boy Elijah Warren Kemp, man. That's who took me down at the through Bolivar and shit though. Yeah. All right, here it go right here. I found the story. So we're gonna go.
New at 10, a mother offers.
But hold on, let me turn it down real quick. But when it comes to them switches, man, this shit done. It just make it fucked up out here though. It just make it real fucked up out here, man. You know what I'm saying? And you never know who got them. Cause shit, everybody got them. Especially most of the young niggas. The YNs, I ain't calling them up for no YN. I ain't doing it. Especially most of the young niggas. They having them. They having them out here though. That's the type of beef that they in, right? That they, every gun requires a button on it. They want that shit to go fast. But this the story that I was looking for right here, man. It's just what's going on in the city.
Being an entrepreneur takes a toll on the family because you can't turn off your business brain when it's family time.
You know, gun
when you use Patriot software.
Gun violence.
New at 10, a mother offers a tragic warning tonight about more and more criminals making their own machine guns. She says the person who shot her son did that, terrorizing and injuring others just standing nearby.
And she sat down with our chief investigator, Jessica Gertler, to explain what happened and why she believes the city is in trouble.
Yeah.
It took a while.
He did most of this when he was here.
To step
really
back
why
into
motherfucker
her
can't
kitchen.
even be out here
Started
just,
cooking.
you know,
For my
doing
granddaughter.
too much shoe showing with a nigga ass. You can't be playing.
The place Deborah Seaton's firstborn thrived. An old blurry video, now all that's left of LaCurtis Waller making pancakes for his little niece.
The guys in the neighborhood that was messed up, homeless, he would bring them in my daughter's house, sit them down at the table and feed them.
So he was helping everyone.
He was helping everybody.
It was January 11th, a Saturday afternoon, when snow that had blanketed Memphis started to melt.
We not solved
Seaton
no
was at her
crime,
daughter's
no
apartment
cases.
in Orange Mound when she says some woman tried to fight her. Her son
You know what I'm
saw
saying?
and tried to intervene.
The switch guys, switches in
They ready
Memphis.
to shoot you.
Within a matter of seconds, she saw
And
a
how
gun.
deadly the
I knew that this was
motherfuckers
something
is.
powerful.
How they done really
It was
changed the
It was
game.
so loud, and those they was like they was just everywhere.
Time slowed down.
There were so many people out there. You should have saw people running for their life. It was children out there. My granddaughter was out there.
The panic
Even
soon
when niggas
settled.
get robbed and shot, they getting switched.
Ringing in her
So
ears,
this is what they
interrupted.
have.
I heard this young man start hollering and screaming, "Man, Kurt dead."
Her son, lifeless.
To see your child in the streets, shot, face down, in the snow and the ice. This was murder, cold-blooded murder.
Police say one other person was also shot that day. Seaton believes they were hit by a stray bullet.
When they was talking about it,
Straight.
they were saying, "Man, that was a Glock. That was a Glock with a switch on it."
WREG investigators have told you about a switch, the tiny illegal device criminals are attaching to their Glock to convert it into a machine gun.
They ain't
Law
even
enforcement
doing
calls
that
it
no
an
more.
emerging threat. Just watch. They showed us how hard it is to control even for one of their most experienced shooters. Since 2021, the Memphis Shelby Crime Commission says Memphis police seized more than 500 switches. But despite the danger and destruction they pose, those caught with one were only facing the lowest felony charge at the state level. A bill is now headed to the governor's desk to change that, increasing the state penalty to a Class C felony. A move one Memphis mother lobbied for. She recently told us her son was shot multiple times by a Glock with a switch attached to it.
The doctor had to literally pump his heart with her hands to get him going again.
She was forced to say her final goodbye in the hospital's ICU.
And I put my hand on his chest until he stopped. And I had to immediately leave the room because I could no longer breathe. I sympathized with her and I said, somebody needs to come together and get something done.
Before it keeps happening, before someone else is caught in the path.
Our city is in trouble. We are in trouble.
Seaton says there must be a call to action. She'd like to see more churches and mentors get involved, intervene in young people's lives, and start breaking the cycle. Otherwise, she's afraid this will keep happening and will keep destroying families.
They took away a good man.
So,
a good
they go back to
a good-hearted kid.
Her loving son.
I forgot who asked the question.
But Kurt was the protector of his pride.
But you
he
asked
protected his grandma. He protected it.
What the mood of the city was. Alright. So me just really being honest, like I said, it fucked up. Cause you got the Tyre Nichols shit. You got a lot of senseless gun violence going on. You still got poverty, broke motherfuckers going on, you know what I'm saying? But then you still got people that's living, that's mixed in. But the mood, the overall mood of the city though, I would say, weary. Yeah. It's like they say, I didn't used to look at it like that, but just actually being here, that cloud that they speak about over Memphis, that motherfucker here, it exists. That cloud that they speak about, it exists. It's definitely a cloud over the city, man, a dark cloud. It's definitely a dark cloud that exists over the city, man. You know, it's just, it's a lot of good here, but it's so much bad in this motherfucker too, though. Like, you got North Memphis. We're gonna broke this down before. North Memphis, rough. South Memphis, rough. The Mound, rough. North Memphis, South Memphis. Raleigh, rough. Fraser, rough. Westwood, rough. Whitehaven, rough. Man, the only places that's just really livable, you can live downtown somewhat, you know what I'm saying? You can live downtown. It's areas, it's pockets in the city where you can stay at. Man. But really, to be at peace in the city, you got to go out. You know what I'm saying? You got to go out. You got to be on the outskirts. You know, like, it's shit that happened out there in Germantown and Bartlett and Cordova, but it ain't just happening like it's happening in Memphis. It ain't just happening like it's happening in Memphis, though. Like, you don't see Collierville, mass shooting happening in Collierville. The people in Collierville, when they out and about, they not seeing cars, crime scene, pulled old cars, riddled with bullets and shit. You're not seeing it in Germantown. You're not seeing it in Cordova. You know what I'm saying? You're not seeing this shit in Olive Branch, South Haven. You're not seeing it, but in the city, and it's crazy because all of this shit is, I mean, right here, all of this shit, but it's going on right here in this little circumference. Right in this little circumference. But all these other little pockets, this shit ain't going on out there. Right in the city of Memphis, man. It is going on. It's really nowhere where you consider, and I used to tell people, they be like, I ain't coming to Memphis, man. Memphis fucked up. I'm like, man, Memphis straight. I'm talking about a couple years ago when I got out of jail. Like, I knew Memphis was bad, but I had to get out to actually be here and see it. I was seeing that shit, but I had to get out. You know what I'm saying? But I used to tell people, man, come to the city, it's straight. Most people in cars be rich. Yeah. And come to the city. Man, I'm straight. I'm trying to come to Memphis. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the people that come to Memphis and they fuck with it, but a lot of people go off the city from what they see on the news, and just being real, shit, that's what's going on in the city though. Like, you can judge Memphis by the news. That's what's going on in this motherfucker. When it comes to the gun violence and they shoot, yeah, that's what's going on. It's probably worse. And it's not I don't like it one bit. Like I said, I ain't glorifying this shit. Would you believe that the Memphis they spoke on in the Bible is actually Memphis, Tennessee, y'all? Of course. We got the pyramid here. Yeah. That's why they say Memphis cursed. You know what I'm saying? It could be some truth in a lot of this stuff though, man. You know, like, we could be one of them cities that's just a can't get right city. That's why they say we need some. It's gonna have to start with the leadership. And wherever the leadership resides in this city, you know what I'm saying? The leadership gonna have to be 100. The leadership gonna have to really wanna enforce change and not just, you know, whatever else they do. I don't know what they do really though. So that's what it's gonna start with. But the mood of the city though, man, people just trying to make it, man. You know, trying to make it, trying to stay out the way, be on point. Motherfucker trying to live though, you know, really ain't trying to be no prisoner to you know, they own, to just whatever going on. So people still moving and shit though, but at the same time, I feel like most people, like I said, the city weary right now though, man. City weary. A lot of people trying to get out. A lot of people out the way. The gun violence don't help a lot of shit. So, you know, it's rough. You can go anywhere, like I just said, in the city, like from downtown, where the courts at, where 201 Poplar at. You know, they doing this shit in other cities, but I'm just letting you know, it can get you. They can get you right there. It don't even matter. It don't even matter. It's just, shit, it going down. So, be careful. You gotta be weary. And then, with the play of the switches, you know what I'm saying? You know, that shit done changed the game. And because it's so vigilante out here, man, you got to be out shit. it done been so many shootings over the weekend and over this week. There's a lot going on in this city though, man. It's a lot. It's a lot. What you believe in Memphis, brother? Y'all got anything y'all want to talk about? I seen hold on, let me see what bro talking about. He probably got something new. Finesse 2 time. Oh yeah, I did say Finesse 2 time. Finesse 2 time back in court. When
Finesse 2 times enters the court.
When the last time? Man, it been a minute, G.
After.
I ain't gonna lie, it been a minute, man. It been a minute. Hey, look, check it out. It's so crazy you said that. I saw a clip of me saying I keep a dummy. I seen the clip I was finna upload the other day, and I was like, nah, I don't even want to upload this joint for just for reasons. I don't want nobody to be like, bro, what is this about? So I was like, I ain't even want to re-upload this joint, even though I ain't did it lately. I ain't did it lately, man. I ain't did it lately. I'm not opposed to it, Dad. I'm not opposed. If I'm up there, and you know what I'm saying, shit, damn right. But get what though? It ain't shit just I keep some type of shit you do it real quick, man. Ain't shit to do it. Now come on, get on up out of here. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, it's still in me now. It's still in me. Yayo Vlad interview. Nah, let me see Yayo Vlad interview. It's still in me though, P. It's still in me now. Who? Nah, this ain't let me see. Did we watch Yayo on Vlad? I just seen Yayo had a new music video, man. I think he should have probably led. He probably should have led with the videos. Nah, the Adam 12 joint. Ah, okay, Vlad. Y'all get them boys mixed up sometimes. My partner wanted me to talk about Charleston White and Cam Newton. And it was basically that conversation that they was having. And it was basically like when niggas get rich, they forget about like normal people shit. Stan G, what it do? Hey Stan G, fuck that. Hold up. Stan G, I appreciate you screwing that man up. Hey, why that man say that shit? Why that man say that shit, bro? He just didn't know. That man said, "Dog, big crip." I appreciate you squaring them up, though, man. Let me know why that man said this shit, bro. Your ass didn't hear me at first. Okay, let me hear you heard us. Nah. I said, okay, nigga. Okay, Stan, you still on the right time, man. Don't let him get back with that one, bro. Please don't let him get back with that one, man. We're doing shit. Go on Y4 working Texas gang capital. Go on being close to Jeep and running. Go the only way to Fed. Go on Shannon Sharp. Go I was the first rapper to charge him while I went it. Everybody know I go on recording himself smoking a blunt. Go on getting caught with 1,000 joint. Prison altercation. My man got 95 clips on this shit. I got 95. I'm trying to. Which clip y'all want to see? Shit, he got so many on. Man, Vlad broke the whole interview down. Which clip y'all want to see? The only way the feds lock you up is
Yeah, but on the
informed.
flip side, you being around these people, they'll try to bunch you into the bullshit they may be doing when you're not doing anything. This happens all the time. Quando Rondo's in the feds right now over some shit that I'm pretty sure he wasn't doing. I don't think Quando was selling drugs at this point in his career. Seriously, Quando Rondo, he got songs with Young Boy. He got album with Young Boy.
You know it, because look at the time he got. He just a victim of who he is. They just solely put him in prison just because he Quando Rondo. And they want to catch up for something they think he might be doing, but they can't do it.
I don't see no shit about Sauce over here. I think he needs to sit his ass down, if you ask me. This is if you ask me. Damn, when I used all my service over some shit.
The Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. If you encounter one wolf, chances are there's a path nearby. Fortunately,
right,
a safer place to be.
I'm pretty sure he talked about it on here too. So let me ask you this: how much longer can you talk about this shit though, from Yayo's standpoint?
Well, they say that historically Fort Worth was like the gang capital of Texas.
Yeah.
Would you say that's true?
For sure.
Why do you think that is?
When them California niggas brought gang banging to Texas, they hit Fort Worth first. And a lot of crippling and blood and spread through Texas through the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? Fort Worth is a big city known in the penitentiary. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth. Like, that's what it is. You got East Texas, West Texas, San Antonio, Austin slip in at the end. You know what I'm saying? It's just how the penitentiary is. The closer you get to those cities, them people gonna run it more than usual. But Fort Worth was more gang ties during the early stages of gang banging. So when it started, that's what people look at like the Mecca. Like a lot of people that's fired in Texas that throw it up like this know that they got put on by a nigga from Fort Worth. A lot of the 6-0 niggas in Texas came from some Fort Worth niggas, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the blood shit spread it through from Fort Worth niggas, you know what I'm saying? It's just, Fort Worth was the murder capital at one point.
I mean, so you have Rolling 60s in Fort Worth.
Yeah.
What's your take on the whole Rolling 60s Rico that's happening right now in LA with Big U?
Man, it's just...
Do you know Big U, by the way?
I ran into Big U in passing, but...
Yeah, I know Big U. Me and Big U are cool. I've always been saying this. People are trying to say that I'm somehow being pressured to say I'm cool with him and he's a good dude. Nah, we've had a relationship.
What's going on?
We did an interview. We kept in touch.
Man,
I have nothing bad to say about Big U.
Black people that's being successful.
But y'all that ain't saw it, go check out the interview with Dr. Tamila for sure. Tamila story.
In America right now, it's going on.
International Coalition,
you know what I'm saying?
for trafficking of children.
What they think, you know what I'm saying? That's what's really going on. The music
Definitely a worthy
been tied
cause.
in for so long, since way, way back. But this is what's going on in America. Now is the time where people is really getting rich off of the shit that's going on the internet and music business. And people want in on that. And then when I say the people, I mean the federal government. They want in on that. You know what I'm saying? And then it's easy to tie in drugs, extortion, and all that shit. Even if the main people not doing like you said, but you always hang around. If you hang around people doing this shit, they'll tie you into it. And they use gangs or affiliations to gangs as easy routes for Ricos. Because it's easy way to say you all conspire for something because y'all all technically repping the same shit if you a Crip or Blood or anything.
I mean, for example, Quando Rondo, after the situation happened in LA, when his cousin Lil Pop got killed, he threw down his flag. He said, I'm not a Crip anymore. I don't want to have anything to do with this. When you look at the way the government treats people who are officially affiliated with gangs, and you have gang enhancements, right? You could get 5 years, you throw a gang enhancement on that, they'll turn to 10 years before you know it. Would you yourself say, listen, I don't have nothing to do with no gangs or nothing. This was when I was younger. I'm a professional rapper now. I don't have nothing to do with that.
I told them folks a million times I ain't no motherfucking gangster. I ain't never in life ever admitted to no police or anything on record saying, yes, I am a member of this gang. And if I ever did say affiliated with gangs, some shit I said it when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? Because these days, gangbanging really don't exist. I mean, it exists in some spots of the country, don't get it twisted, but I feel like where gangbanging is super hot at, either a place that got onto it late or it's where it started at type shit. That's why Chicago and LA is super fucked up, because that's where gangs come from. LA, they come from Chicago. Right. But now you see how it is, period. Allies and enemies ain't the same simple. It's not as simple as black and white is saying they from there, we in tour with them. Now it's they hang with them and they hang with them and they hang with them, but we in tour with them, but we cool with them.
Clicks on top of clicks on top of clicks. I've been
talking about shit right now. So it's not even gangs anymore. It's just really a free for all and everywhere. Because it's like that in my city.
Right, and it's like that in Chicago too.
Like that everywhere.
Like there's no Larry Hoover in Chicago that's calling the shots with, all
man,
the
they don't give a damn about no OGs, big homies, godfathers, chairman, none of that. Nowhere young niggas is killing them. Because why would I listen to him and he could probably teach me something when all I do is kill him and then I got all these stripes.
Yeah, man, listen, it's a road that I've seen a lot of people go down that are regretted.
This is the mentality that people have been bred with.
This was one of his good takes right here, actually.
It's hard. It's a cycle that's hard to break, especially coming from a Chicago or Los Angeles, who generations in.
Yeah.
It's not gonna it's hard to break saying this when this is generations and this is something we've been doing for 30 or 40 years. How we gonna stop this cycle?
Yeah, it is recent.
Some people don't even know why they tripping. I didn't know why either. When I was first growing up, I didn't know why I was beefing with them stock 6 niggas. I didn't have no idea. I just knew that's what it was. Now the young niggas from my hood and shot me being in jail before I went back to the feds. I used to laugh with the young niggas. They got murders. And they beefing with the other side niggas. They might be from the other side and I'd be like, damn, you don't even know what the war about, do you? And they'll never know. They think it's such and such. Nah, it's before then. So what about then? And I tell them, I can't tell you the answer because, nigga, I don't even know.
Okay, so, for example, I remember I interviewed Big U. That
half the time when it be like that, it be about a female or some petty shit though.
That shit started in
Like,
1980.
when the nigga don't know what it's about, it be about a female.
That is 45 years ago.
Real shit.
Way older than you.
When it be years down the line like that, niggas still, it be about a female. Niggas just don't try to twist it and tangle it and make it about some street shit. But it really was about a female.
He didn't even really know. Has something to do with a girl, and someone got mad, and someone got shot, and that there's a retaliation, and
Think
something,
about
something,
people
something.
that been killing about that.
Yeah.
Years later.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't until when Nipsey Hussle died, they had a peace walk.
That nigga don't do nothing but those names out.
Actually walking together. That had never happened in like 40 years. And, yeah, man, it's crazy to me that you see this type of thing, this multi-generational war that happens where bodies are dropping on both sides and people don't really know why. You were just, the same way you said it, you're being told to hate this person that you've never met. And they're telling that person the same thing about you. And that's it. And everyone's just going along with it.
That shit insanity.
It's insanity.
That shit is insanity, but I'm saying, think about a motherfucker that really gotta live this reality every day. So that's where I'm coming from. It don't matter if I don't feel no type of way about these folks. They feel some type of way about me. I gotta protect myself. And sometimes protect yourself is not just being on defense. Sometimes you gotta get on offense. Do something to somebody so they don't do something to you, or just they don't do something to your people. You know how fucked up a feeling that is? You know what kind of position I'd have been put in to where it's like, damn, I ain't got no choice. So when I had a choice, I picked the wrong one, and I ain't got one.
So yeah, man. Back to the topic at hand, man. I definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. It wanted to come to y'all with Tyre Nichols. His family was speaking out after the verdict. They wasn't. They just really go at the mayor. But a question I was asking was, I remember, like I said, early on I had wanted to interview the mayor. I was trying to interview the mayor because I see he really, he of the culture. On some real shit, he of the culture. And it seemed like he was really trying, when he first got in there. I'm not saying he not now, but from his words, he was trying to dive into the, what's going on in the streets. So, appreciate it. So it's just a little bit of the same thing. Like, I don't know what he number-wise, statistically, can you blame? Is it the people in place when it comes to the high crime, or is it the people in general? Or is it, you know what I'm saying, 50-50? Is it systematic, or is it just the people? Can a generation be lost? How does a generation get lost? You know what I'm saying? Just on some real shit. Can a generation get lost, and how does a generation get lost? Cause shit, when I talk to a lot of people and ask them about the city, man, everybody remember the city being like the last time Memphis been just safe, fun, like the early 2000s, like 2003, 2004. And if I can date back in my head, you know what I'm saying, it was still going down then, but that's when the city was decent though. The early 2000s. Because after that, like right before I went to prison, 2010, it was going down. The whole time I was in prison, you was hearing about shit getting worse. beef. Niggas doing more and more and more. Niggas doing more and more, get more vigilante. And then this 7 year stretch, then I get out. These 8 years I've been out, just seeing how it done went from my teenage years to my 30s. Man, it done got rough in the city. But Memphis always been a rough ass city. It's just it done got a lot of words on it. It's called the power of authority. Definitely appreciate y'all coming through though. Jump in the like section. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed. You know what I'm saying? Comment. Run it back for y'all that ain't seen the whole live. Just conversation, open discussion. My wife's dead. They gonna put that quick. Open discussion on the family of Tyre. Just the verdict. Was gonna get into the Finesse 2-time situation, you know. Him being locked up back in court. They saying him having 12 to 17 months. Then I saw where his brother and his father was locked up. Yeah, I'm straight. I'm just thinking about I gotta get up in the morning though. Couple hours and shit though. But what y'all think about that too though, before I jump out here? They saying he might have to do 12 to 17 months. And it's crazy because it's like shit done happened. You know, just like I said, his brother and his daddy, now him. This shit all just unfortunate at the wrong time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody done got jammed up at the wrong time. Oh my God. I know a lot of people say shit, he did it to himself, so motherfucker ain't don't feel guilty. Don't feel guilty. A lot of people say he did it to himself. But he said, you know, he ain't fucked up with doing the time. He done did time out of his life. Everything I'm saying for entertainment purpose, allegedly, he done did time out of his life. You know, he just hate the circumstances in which he going down. So, hopefully, you know, he come out focused and shit, come out with another going straight in. You know what I'm saying? Come out focused, man. One thing about jail, you're gonna have time to self-reflect. You know, you can have time to self-reflect, focus on another play, another whatever you wanna, you know what I'm saying? You can put some shit in motion and just think, man, it could have been worse. So, niggas just gotta look at it and you know, just do better. But yeah, I'm finna get on up out of here. I definitely appreciate y'all tuning in. Subscribe to the mods if y'all be so kind. I appreciate y'all fucking with me, coming through, controlling traffic, tuning in, not tuning me out. Yeah, we out of here though, man. I'm finna go lay it down. Actually, I'm finna go make me a couple grilled cheeses. Then I'm finna lay it down on the grilled cheese. Then I'm gonna lay it down. But I'm out of here. Let me get with y'all. Shit, yeah.